Hi, I'm Leslie Patterson-Marx, mixed media artist, and welcome to my studio in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm creating a silkscreen design using an embroidery hoop and acrylic paint, and I'd like to show you how. So the first step in this process is going to be creating your image. I've got a symmetrical image here, and I've drawn it on tracing paper. So I drew one half, folded over the tracing paper, and then traced the other half. And then my design was symmetrical. If your design's not symmetrical, don't worry about that. You can just draw it on any old piece of paper. The next step is going to be you'll create a screen using embroidery hoop and screen mesh, and you'll cut a rectangle of screen that's a little bit bigger than your embroidery hoop, and then you'll place it and tighten it, and then cut around, leaving just a little bit of material all the way around, just enough to where there's not any in your way. Then the next step will be you'll tape your image using Scotch tape. You'll tape it to the inside of your screen, and then I've already got little pieces of Scotch tape on there if you can see that. And then you'll use a pencil and you'll trace your design onto the screen. And so the way silkscreen works is that ink passes through the areas of the screen that are open. And that means that we need to block off the areas of our screen that we don't want printed. So today I'm using golden fluid acrylic paint. You can use any old acrylic paint, will work for this. I just had the fluid acrylic around and I like how it works. So you just paint it on and you block out anything that you do not want to be printed. I'm working with a detail brush first, and then moving on to a bigger brush later. And it usually takes me 2 layers of paint. Once I paint the whole image, I'll do it all over again. I'll add another coat of paint, and that just ensures that all the screen mesh that I don't want printed is blocked out. And so you print 1 layer, let it dry. Usually that takes maybe about 30 minutes to an hour before I do the second layer. So I've got this one here all painted and ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to print on is a t-shirt, and I have this here. It's a t-shirt that has already been printed on, already has an image on it, so this could be fun to work with t-shirts that you already have, or of course a blank t-shirt would be great too. So I'll decide where I want my image. I think I'll have this here, maybe facing this way. I'm using Speedball screen printing ink here, and it's meant for use with fabric. I'm just placing a little bit of ink here up at the top, and I've got a piece of mat board that I've printed that's a little bit larger than my image. I'm going to make sure that ink spreads all the way out. And now draw the ink down over the image, and then I'm going to do a second pass. I've got baby wipes here, and I'm just going to use these to set my inky card down on. And if you have any stray ink anywhere like I see here, you can wipe it. I'm going to take a peek. Looks like it worked. There we go. And then I think I want another one coming up through here, but I don't want any of the ink from this design to transfer onto my screen. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper and place it over the wet image. And I'll set my screen down again. I'll add just a little bit of ink. Notice my cardboard is being held at an angle. 2 passes. Make sure I got a print. And there we go. I'll hold it up for you here so you can see. There you go. So I could just keep going, printing more on there. And I'll move this aside. And I'll show you how to print on just a plain piece of cloth here. So I'll lay it out. I've got flooring underlayment here. It's a spongy material. And if you're printing on fabric, you can use cardboard. If you don't have access to the flooring underlayment or other type of padding. I'm just pinning the fabric so it doesn't move while we're printing. Okay, now I think I'll start up here in this corner. I've already got quite a bit of ink on here and still some more ink here. Just use what I have. Tap the rest of that ink down and then do one more pass. Lift it up and we have a print. And then of course I would just go around and continue printing wherever I wanted. So I'll unpin it and I'll hold it up for you to see. There you go. Thanks. I hope you try this yourself and let me know if you have any questions.